What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. And I am going to do this quick video because it's been a long work day. And it's been a long work week. And I still got to work tomorrow. So, God help me. Anyway, I wanted to take the time to make this video because this is probably the last time this weekend that I will get that opportunity. Maybe, I don't know, but I didn't want to take any chances. And I really do want to shout out all of the fathers in the viewing audience, all of the fathers of the world. In the comment section, I have so many incredible fathers, man. It's like some of the comments and, you know, the ideas and, you know, just the overall give and take that we have going on. It's like I can tell there are so many wonderful, great, freaking dope-ass fathers out there. And I really do want to take that time to acknowledge you because, of course, we're living in an age where everything is about toxic masculinity. Everything that has to do with men are somehow supposed to be, like, behind the ills of society. You know, now they're targeting white men, but, you know, black men have been targeted for a very long time. So, you know, it's not an alien concept. And, you know, for all of us as men, you know, I really do want to salute you because, you know, I see you every day in my walk of life, you know, and I was just talking to a young man earlier today also, you know, who is really doing his best to try to keep his family together, you know, and, you know, we were just having a heart-to-heart talk, you know, about real life, man. You know what I mean? There are so many good dads out here who, for some reason, are still having a hard time because I do believe the climate that we have in this world right now, it really devalues the importance of a good man and a good father. And, you know, it's very appropriate, guys, because, you know, this being Father's Day weekend, because one of my viewers actually sent me a link in the comment section to a YouTube video, and I checked it out, and it got me. You know, it got me right here. It got me right here in Voltron's head, you know, in Voltron's heart, you know. Form feet and legs, and I'll form the head, you know. But anyway, yeah, so the viewer, John Martin, shouting you out, man. It was you. You sent me this link to a YouTube channel called The Star Wars Dad, and I watched it, and it really did get to me. You know what it was? It was you know, it was a father, and he was talking about how his son was disappointed with The Last Jedi. Now, you know that that's going to ring true with me. You know that's going to hit me right in the feels because just like a few weeks ago, I did a video talking about the very same thing. You know, and I love the fact that this man is doing this because it gives weight to what's really going on here. You know, Rian Johnson, be not proud, man. Be not proud. You are letting down generations. It's no wonder because you have no idea what Star Wars is, and you have no idea what it means to people, and you played with it like it was some type of damn science experiment. You know, but there are so many people that this means so much to who were disappointed, and it spans generations. You know, so for people to be trying to put this in this little box of, you know, oh, angry white racist men who are overweight and living in their mother's basement, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Because not once have you owned up to the fact that you disappointed so many people. You'd rather deflect and go with a tiny, minuscule, you know, minority of people, you know, out there who may or may not exist, you know, who are racist. Okay, all right, let's just say, okay, they do exist, but they're so tiny and they're so besides the point. And I love the fact that this man made this video because he did me one better because he actually put his son in the video. And his son is 10 years old, magnificent young man, to speak for himself. You guys have to see it. I'm going to leave the link in the description, and I'm going to leave it in the comment section because it's just that important. And his son also talked about, for himself, you know, how he felt about the Last Jedi versus the Return of the Jedi. You know, and he did a great job. You know, like I said, very intelligent young man. And I can see the pride in his father's eyes as his son was speaking. You know, I can relate to that so much. And, you know, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the way that Star Wars fans come together and we find each other. Here he is, obviously, you know, a middle-aged white man, you know, working very, very hard to take care of his son. I can recognize the look on his face. That man gives it all. It takes one to know one, man. And so anyway, his son speaks on the video. Now, I didn't let my son speak on the video because, quite frankly, I don't encourage my son, you know, to be so heavily into my videos, just because, you know, in the comment section sometimes people say some horrible things, and I don't want his feelings to be hurt, you know, by some of the things that people have said about his father. So my videos more exist, and I already talked to him about it. My videos exist kind of as a you know, a future love letter to my son, so maybe he can understand his goofy father a little bit better, you know, for the man that I am, instead of the father that I have to be, you know, with him, you know. So you know, but anyway, like I said, I have tremendous respect for the Star Wars Dad, and that's the name of his channel too, you know, the Star Wars Dad. And you know, it's something that everyone needs to understand, because this Father's Day, it's very appropriate, because I'm thinking about Luke Skywalker, for example. You know, his son says that Luke is his favorite character. Of course, Luke let him down in The Last Jedi, but Luke has some very strong male influences in his life. For example, he had Uncle Owen, he had Obi-Wan Kenobi, he had Han Solo, even though Han Solo was more of a big brother, but it was still like a very strong male influence in his life. He had Yoda, and he had Darth Vader, you know, who connected him to his destiny, to his family line, you know. And Luke, as sons often do for their fathers, helped Darth Vader to come back, to remember what was good about him, to remember what he was supposed to be, and who he could still be, and it wasn't too late. This is what happens between fathers and sons, and even fathers and daughters too. Our children make us want to be better. So Anakin was able to come out of being a Sith Lord who was responsible for the deaths of billions of people across the galaxy. You know, what a story of hope. What a story of redemption. You know, so of course, somebody like Rian Johnson would get hold of the story, and when faced with, you know, his father's lightsaber, or, you know, his family lightsaber, of course he would have Luke just toss it over his shoulder, because family means nothing to these new people who are doing these movies. Family means nothing, and that's the reason why Rey is a nobody. That's the reason why Poe is a nobody. That's the reason why Finn is a nobody. Nobody has any connections to anything, because that's what this is. This new trilogy has no soul, it has no heart, and this is the reason why generations from now will reject it. Not just old bitter white men, all of us who have some soul and have some heart. And that's the reason why the children, he's 10 years old, my son is 9, he'll be 10 in September. That's the reason why they're rejecting it as well. So it completely destroys the narrative of what they're trying to push out there. And they're cowards because they don't want to acknowledge it. They rather deflect to some racist boogeyman somewhere. That's what they'd rather do. You know, so to the Star Wars Dad, I just want to say tremendous, tremendous respect to you, sir. And for everyone who's watching this video, please go over to his channel, give him a like, give him a subscribe, give him a share, you know, expose him, or expose, you know, the larger channels to him, so he can get more exposure, because I think it's very important that this side of the story be told more often. And I want more parents, you know, out there who have a similar story to voice it, because everyone who does that makes it stronger. They make the fandom stronger. You know, they make the rebellion stronger. And this is the reason why these people are losing. And this is the reason why they're lashing out all over the place. You know what it kind of reminds me of, guys, real quick? It kind of reminds me of Tombstone. You saw that movie Tombstone? You know, Wyatt Earp, you know, Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell. Excellent movie, one of my favorites. You know, in the end, just real quick, in the end, it reminds me of this scene where Doc Holliday is facing off with Johnny Ringo. Remember that? You know, and you know, Doc Holliday says, you know, I'm your Huckleberry, you know, and they're circling around because they're about to, you know, draw, you know, on each other. And, you know, Doc Holliday, of course, cool dude, not going to curse here. And Doc Holliday says, say when. And Ringo tries to draw, but Doc Holliday's too fast for him, and he gets him right in the center of his head, right? And Doc Holliday's like, come on, you know, because Ringo is just trying, man, because he's a gunfighter and he's real proud. And even though he took one in the head, he's still, like, I love this scene, he's still trying to get off a shot, you know what I mean? And he actually does, but he like shoots into the ground, you know? And to me, that's what Disney is. To me, Disney Lucasfilm now, they know that they lost. They lost, but they're still just trying. You know, they're trying to raise the gun, but they're shooting into the ground. You know what I mean? They got nothing, but they're trying their hardest to deflect, and they're trying to lash out and everything. But they're going down, man, because they already lost. You know what I'm saying? You're no Daisy. You're no Daisy at all. Lucasfilm Disney. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. I wanted to give that shout out to the Star Wars dad. Listen, dude. I'm sorry, you know, I'm a little bit high strung. If you watch any of my videos, you might see that. I don't mean any harm, but I just wanted to give you that shout out, dude. Thank you so much, you know, for making your video and telling your story. I really do appreciate it, and I wanted to reach out to you. So there you have it, guys. Check out his channel, The Star Wars Dad, and you know, let me know what you think. Let him know what you think, and this is how we get stronger. This is how we win. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on!